The history of the United States is a wild and crazy. In the early 15th century, people who colonized the continent of North America. They wanted the story has been put before preservation. Some of them wrote books and many others brought their large paintings in the history of art from the past. The themes of most of the first images were made by the settlers. Before Europeans arrived, most were still under Spanish law has already begun in Mexico and the Southwest and Florida. Many brave Spaniards had made portraits of themselves with the conquistadors of their age. The Spanish also has many pictures of painted natives in Mexico. Many images of the Maya and Aztecs before the Spaniards began their conquest of Mexico. These images give us an idea about the life of the Aztecs and Mayans. The French are coming to America and began to settle mainly in the region of St. Lawrence in Canada. These people have a lucrative fur trade with the natives. Pictures of milking and friendly relations with the Indians have often been made here. When the British arrived in America, there was not an influx of art at the arrivals in Spanish and French. The British were concerned mainly about creating a colony in America depends. This was done successfully in Jamestown in the mid-17th century. Painting does not begin to recover in America until the late 18th and early 19th century. Once again, the themes of most of these paintings of Aboriginal hunters and collectors in the country. Many of these images sold at high prices. When to aggravate the Indian population in America, famous painter Catlin began taking pictures of Indians to capture untouched by civilization. He wanted to show people what the civilized Indians go. Catlin traveled up the Missouri River and paints 1,000 pictures. There are many criticisms, paints Catlin. Most of his critics were people who were the Missouri River. They said there was nothing even close to Catlin, as he actually painted. As a painter, Catlin what he wanted to see people. It seems to embellish his paintings sell better. Catlin tried to sell his huge collection for the government of the United States. This goal has never been reached before dying. Catlin has given us images that provide insight, but not exactly that of the local population opposed to fair settlement of all the pictures of the West begun. Fila era of the new idea of manifest destiny, which is the idea that the settlers have the right to sell them by God in the West and move the natives had adapted. Many of these paintings by using a strong color change. Some of them made the look as bright and holy, while the West has been consumed by the light that the settlers in the West. The paintings in art history to give us a glimpse into the not-so-distant past.